Hey, hi folks. So in the previous video we discussed about how to define a class, and little bit we have understood about small example of a class, how we can define a class, right? So in this particular lecture or video we'll be going to discuss about like how many types of variables are allowed, right? Then categories of variables and categories of methods that we'll be going to discuss in this particular video, right? So there are three types of variables are allowed: instance variable, static variables, and local variables, right? Variables, in the variables there are three types in the variables, right? In the classes specifically I am talking about it. Okay, variables we have three types, right? So three types we have. One is instance variable, static variables, and another one is local variables. Okay, so these are the three types of variables, right? Instance variables, static variables, and local variables. When I'm talking about the instance variables, right? So it is object level variables, right? Object level. Okay, and this is static. Static is class level. Okay, it is a class level and it is a method level. Understood like that? Method level variables. Okay, there are three types of variable: instance, static, and local. And when we are talking about, right, see, understand, within a Python class we have to represent the operations, right? Variables is a way of storing the data, right? So now like we have to represent the class in Python class, we have to represent the functionality or operation by using the methods. Methods are how they are. Let's say they are not like instance, static, local. Okay, it is a variables: instance variables, static variables, and local variables. Here there will be a three types: instance, class, and static. Okay, in term local will be not there, right? Instance, class, and static. These are the methods. Okay, methods, there are four types. Understood like that? Methods are instance, class, and static. Understood? So these are the methods which are available in Python, right? So now we have understood like what are the methods will be there, and what are the variables are there. Okay, in the variables there are three types: instance variables, static variables, and local variables. What are they? That we will be going to discuss with respect to example. You will understand it very easily, like how the things will be going to work it. Okay, so instance, static, local variables are the variables in Python. Okay, in Python, in object oriented programming. What are the methods if I am talking about it? So methods: instance method, class method, and static method. These are the three things. Now we have to understand, like we have told that one is a variables and another one is a methods, right? So we have to understand that in detail. Now we will understand with one particular example. So we understood it. This is a thing, like when we are doing the class, right? So this is a thing has to be done. Now we told that that should be a variables and that should be a method, right? So now in this particular video we'll be going to understand, like, when there is a class called software engineer, right? So inside that we are developing an software engine, let's say, like developing a roadmap, like this documentation you will be going to write. it is recommended, folks. So anyone is using, right, anyone is using this documentation, it will helps the any programmer to understand, AI engineer, machine learning engineer, data scientist or anything. Okay, anyone who is working on the AI project, who is working on the software engineer project, building a software products, right? So that depends. Okay, the first thing you need to understand is constructor. Constructor is nothing but you will be not creating separately a variables here. Okay, you will be initializing that during the running of the applications. It will initialize that. Okay, let's say for a software engineer, let's say you are using roadmap, right? So for the what we can say, tech stack, self dot tech stack equal to tech stack, right? So we'll just take that like this. Tech stack will initialize like this. Okay, tech stack. All right, so this is a thing we are initializing here. So tech stack self dot tech stack equal to, let's say, mn, right? We will just write it here, mn AI data science. Let's say we will just write it like this, data science, right? So what will happen whenever you are declaring, right, whenever you are, see, self dot qualification graduate program. Okay, I am taking the two attributes here. So as a software engineer, what he will be going to do, so what I will be going to do is, first I will just write it like building. So if he wanted to become a software engineer, so what he should possess, first thing, he should have a understanding of programming language, right? So talk, so let's say soft SC, right? I will be writing as a software engineer. Software engineer, what key functionality will be going to do? Software engineer, right? So I will just write like this, and the self variable here, right? So I will be just printing this. What are the things functionality will be going to do? We'll just try to write it like this. See? So hello, my tech stack, my tech stack. So we'll be using a self variable to reference that. Okay, so you will understand what is a self variable and all later parts. Okay, self dot tech stack here. And another thing, we'll just try to print the qualification. These two things. There will be a little bit more examples here, right? But for an example, I have limited to certain two things here. Okay, my qualification self dot qualification. All right. So this is a particular thing which I was talking about it, right? So this is a structure, this is a plan that you will be going to build it. So this is a particular thing you have to understand about it. Now we'll understand, right? If you want to call it, if you want to do something, right, there is a class, that there is a physical existence of the class is nothing but an object, right? So we can create n number of objects for a class. So we'll discuss about it, what is an object and all, in the next video. Okay, that's it about this video, folks. So I hope you enjoyed this video. All right, so let's commit the code, git add. Okay, we have commit, we will commit the code that by saying added types of variables and methods, and git push origin everything is an up to date. Okay, all right, so this is a particular thing.